morning, wherever you are. Hope you're all okay and doing well. I'm, as usual, just going to wait for me YouTube to start up, then I can mute it. There we go. Oof. Hot again here. Again, if you can hear any weird noises, I've got a fan, one right next to me and one down there where you can see near the end of the bed. It's humid. It's not so much the heat, it's the humidity. That's absolutely awful at the minute. So, like I said, if you hear any, I can see you, Tara. How are you, darling? How's the house? Are you settling in? I hope. Fingers crossed. I'm just saying, it's really humid here. It's not hot, it's just humid as anything. Really bad. Oh, yeah. So if you can hear any strange noises, it's uh, it's just my fans. So why battery's not included with you, Glenn? Oh, is it still going slow? Oh no, that's not great. Mind you, you work, don't you? So you've just sometimes got to do one for the other, really, haven't you? You've got to compromise somewhere. Anyway, it might be, fingers crossed, a bit of a good session tonight, because just as I set up and I was just asking Glenn if he was nearly ready, I was just sat and I had a plate next to me and I just saw the knife just like spin round the plate. It was weird. So might get some good communication, who knows. Hi, Irish whiskey. No worries, thanks for popping in. Don't wait too hard. Hiya, Chris, how are you? You okay, hun? I always get weird stuff in this house. It's quite normal for me, so I don't really mention it most of the time because it's just like my house is active and I've lived here for 17, 18 years. So to me, when stuff happens, it's just like, well, there you go, you know. But yeah, just literally, I just texted Glenn asking me if he was nearly ready, and this knife, I heard the clang, like metal on pottery, and I turned around and saw the knife moving. I was like, yay. I'm all right, Chris, thanks. Hot, but yeah, it's dead humid, really muggy. So I've got two fans on. You can probably hear the whirling a bit. I've also got a kitty cat on the bed with me. Hold on. See if I can show you it. Just ignore the backing. A little kitty cat. She's having a nap. So we can get outlined up again. There you go. Bless her. Oh, there's carnage somewhere. It is, Chris. Yes, you're quite right. Yeah, I had fan on all night last night. In fact, I think it's a bit clammier tonight than it were last night, even though it's not heat, just muggy. We've had some rain. I thought it might break it, but it didn't last long. I'll have to watch for Glenn coming in as well, because I have to let him in this studio thing when he comes on. Otherwise, he'll be sat there. Was it one of those electric ones, Mark? I love those electric. My dad used to want to have one at his office, when I was a kid, you know, and I used to have one of those electric ones. I'd sit there for ages with it. So basically, you were just sticking your pink finger in a normal pencil sharpener. I'd have thought you were more macho if it had been an electric one. That's like extreme pencil sharpener finger sticking in us. Oh, I forgot you get things in there. Not a Kinder Egg for years. Are they? Are they banned in the USA? I never knew that. What's the surprise? Have they got nuts in or something, Kinder Eggs? I think there must be a reason I don't eat them. Are they like nutty or something? Can't eat things with nuts in, allergies. But so I don't even know if they. Maybe that's why I've not had one for years. Because yeah, what we're going to do tonight is when Glenn comes on, we're both going to run our spirit boxes at different parts. I'm even going to try the manual, hence I've got my manual out, but I can't do that for long sessions because like it hurts my finger and my arm stretching them to do it. But I'm going to try the manual. Plus it's quite noisy, as you'll see when I turn it on. It's quite a bit noisier than and I have to hold it, you see. But I'm going to try the manual as well. And we're going to do quite a focused session on the spirit Peter, who comes through to me all the time. Well, he actually goes visiting now. He goes to Glenn a bit, and he goes to Julie as well. So yeah, he goes out visiting now as well. But I'm a firm believer in that. People who we have communication with, the spirits do know, and they try to come through on theirs as well. So what we're going to do is I'm going to do some, and he's going to do some, and we're going to have some quite focus. It's just literally going to be focused on this spirit entity, whatever you want to call it, because we don't really know. We're just guessing, kind of. Well, not guessing. We're trying to find out, obviously, but just going to be focused on him in this session because we kind of want to have some more information about him. Welcome, Glenn. Oh, he's still got his mic. Oh, there you go. Hello.
Hello there.
Jesus, you've turned Irish, darling.
R.
R. Is that not like Southwest R?
R. Tis R. Would you like to have a look at my new Massey Ferguson?
You're going to start going in me. I got a brand new combine harvester.
I got a keys to a brand new Massey Ferguson there, Max. Would you like to take a rip on my tractor?
Nope. Just
well.
that, nope.
Almost, then almost.
Yeah, we're just explaining what we're like going to do. We're going to like do it. Just this session is going to be focused on Peter and see if we can actually get any information at all. Because I just said he like pops into yours. I think the name Peter comes through a couple of times on Zara's. He goes to Julie's. He gets around a bit now, and wherever he goes, he's swearing because apparently, you know, that's his thing. So I don't know. I have freaking hell developed a stutter. I have not been acknowledging it as much, you know, like the swearing. If you've noticed in my sessions, even if I've heard his name, I've not been acknowledging it a bit, just to see what had happened. You know, just to see like if he'd try anything more physical or what have you. Do you know what I mean? Because it was getting ridiculous, the amount of stuff and the amount of names that were coming in. So I've not annotated his name, and I haven't like been mentioning him or talking about him really, because I just want to see what he'll do, you know, if he feels he's being ignored.
Yeah.
But You were on yours other day as well, weren't you? So, you know, it's kind of one of them. I've just got to... I think if he's not getting it from me, he's going other places to try to communicate with them if he knows I'm going to be watching.
Yeah, I just think it's something that's attacked. Well, obviously, we don't know. We'll never know. But, you know, the consensus you get from, like, the voices that come along with this Peter, it's as though it's not Peter himself talking. It's like he's got somebody talking on his behalf.
Yeah, which is really strange. I'll just say hi to people. No, Kat, you haven't missed anything, honey. And thanks for joining. Hello, Ivan. I'm going to do a you on it. Glenn. And
Look,
hey, Dave.
Max, how many times do I have to tell you? It's Ivan.
Watch this. He's going to say, no, it's not. It's Ivan. Ivan.
No, it's normally me that gets it wrong. I've never had so much difficulty pronouncing a 4-letter word before.
No, I'm exactly the same. It's just a mystery.
Yeah, it's an enigma.
It's an enigma. Yeah, rolled up in a mystery.
Hello there, full of tricks. How are you? Hello there, Dave. How are you? Hello there, Yvonne.
He's going to think those two English people are the weirdest, strangest people.
Hello there. Hello there, Chris. How are you, my friend?
It'll be like I type and speak in a different language when I go on YouTube, and YouTube you cannot even pronounce.
What, your name?
No, Ivan's.
Hello there, Mark Vernon. So how does Google pronounce your name then?
Mine, it kind of like tries to separate it. Yeah.
Ah.
Let's see if I can get it to do it. Hey, Google. Hey, Google.
Hello. Hello there, Zara.
Lou.
Here's a matching video.
Hey, who knew there was Saint Mary Lou? I think it also said Saint Mary Lou. Hey, Google.
No such thing as that.
Mary Lou. No, it won't do it. Imagine, just give me started on. Just give me Ricky Nelson. Hello, Mary Lou. All right, okay.
Vampire Western, eh?
Yeah, apparently.
That sounds interesting, Dave. Who are you talking to, mate?
I was just reading Dave's comment, and then I was like, oh, I've never heard of that.
You've been on a road trip.
Apparently so.
Yeah.
Tyra, how are you shouting his name there? And how would you pronounce that? Right. Should we get all this? Do you want to go first to me?
I'll let you go first. Ladies first.
Right, I'm going to try my manual for so long with me bloody stretching and aching. Right, I will say though, you've got earphones on. I'm going to try to be gentle, but you need to let me know because this is a bit noisier than the spirit box. So, forewarned, it's forearmed, and it's hard to like get a level when you first like turn it on, you know, because you're not moving it up and down. So. Okay, that's it. Start. Good evening, spirits. Are there any here who'd like to step forward and say hello?
Hello.
Hi. We come up. Oh. Did you hear that weird then?
I did.
Say hello. tonight, spirits, we want to talk about a person who comes through, the spirit called Peter. So is there any spirits around who know Peter? Yeah. Could you tell me if Peter's around? That sounded like it said, and I'm only going to mention this because it sounded like it said he's, and you know how we were saying about like something maybe being attached to him. I was just wondering if maybe that was kind of associated. Keep trying. If Peter is around, could you say hello, Peter? Said Peter right at the end of the last week. Peter, did I know you when you were alive? Oh, yes, dear. So I knew you then, did I? Say yes or no. Say yes or no if I knew you. Yes, yes. Was I related to you, Peter? Oh, Kevin. Right, I'm sorry because my hand's hurting. I don't know whether you heard that. It did say like Peter's behind me. Well, he did say Peter, he said he's behind me. And when I asked if he knew him, he said yes. Well, he said yes, dear. I don't know whether you heard that. He went, yes, dear. And when I asked if we were related, it went, yes, yes. Right at the start of the sweep it were. So, but you see, that's if we believe what we're saying, if somebody else is using his mouthpiece.
Yeah. I don't know. It just seems as though they've. I don't know. It just feels as though like he's got somebody with him.
Yeah, well, I always get that feeling because I know for a fact that if one of my relatives, there'd be no way in God's green earth they'd come through and say the things that he said and called me and the subject matter he comes up with. Do you know what I mean? When he comes through, whenever he's on my sessions, it gets, nasty. Nasty talk and things that he says that is just nasty.
Yeah.
So I do love my manual tuning. I mean, it's hard to hear, but because I'm sat right next to it, it's not as bad. I find it easier to hear that live while I'm doing it than I do on my spirit box. I don't know why.
What on the manual, you mean?
Yeah. but not
That's
as many
wild.
sentences when I hear it live. But I do get them when I go over footage. I do get them with the manual, but not as often.
Yeah. He's come through clear on that manual before, no?
Yeah, he has. Yeah, he's come through going, Peter. So
do you believe that he is a relative then?
pardon?
Do you believe that he is a relative then?
I don't. Peter started coming through 2 weeks after my Uncle Peter died. And I automatically thought it was my Uncle Peter when the name started popping up, which you would. I didn't ask for him because I thought, I mean, I've asked for Peter like tonight if he's here. I asked the other spirits and just asked if he was here because he is usually around. But I don't know.
Has he said any key words to you that you think, that's like kind of personal?
Yeah. But then again, they'd know anyway, wouldn't they? Whoever it is, if they've been around a long while, they're going to know things like that anyway, aren't they?
Well, that's why I said, something personal that maybe only you and Peter knew. Like somewhere you'd been before.
But it is. The thing is, though, I mean, anybody in my family would know what I know. Do you know what I mean? So, and my other family, who are over there. So, I don't really know. He has said Colette when I asked him to say once his children's name. He said Colette. So I don't know.
Did he live in Preston?
He did, yeah. Yeah.
What part of Preston? Do you have like sub areas? Like Nottingham, we have like Broxtowe, Bestwood, Top Valley.
Yeah, and I know where he lived. I know where he lived when he died. But where he lived most of his life wasn't far from me.
Yeah,
so,
that's right, Ivan. Sometimes, when people know things on a personal level that only they know, like an instance or a circumstance or something that was given or passed. Sometimes you can get those words that come over the spirit box that are attributed to that. By association, same as some of the voices I get on my radio, but the things that they say, appear on Mags's radio or Kathy Cook's radio, and then basically there's a connection. It's as in life, as in death. So we're no different when we pass over. We still feel as solid over there, I should imagine, anyway.
Yeah, I didn't feel any earthquake. I didn't know we had earthquakes. Or is it just the start of a joke? There is a word.
Yeah, that's right, Dara.
There is a word that he used all the time. And I've never heard that. And it was like a running joke in our family because he used this word. And I think he just found it in a dictionary one day. It was one of those words that, he used it in strange contexts. And do you know what I mean? It was...
Yeah.
It was I think he just found this word and he was it's anonymous in our family with this word, but I've never heard that come through.
Can you put keywords up on screen as a banner then?
Right, okay. Just let me post a pop.
And that can remind the chat certain words we're looking for. I don't know if you can see, but just here on top of the Timex, I've actually got the word Peter written down on a piece of paper.
Right, I'll just have to, because of my dyslexia, I'll have to just write them in a document first and I spell. It's easier for me to read than write.
Yeah. Hi there, Richard. Voices from Beyond. How are you, my friend?
Now you entertain while I write some words down.
I do what? Say what?
Hang on. I'm writing words, you talk. You talk, I'll write words.
Well, I thought you was going to put them up on a banner.
I am, but I've got to write them first because of my dyslexia. I can't spell them.
Oh, right. Okay, then. I'll dump to message you some.
No, it's all right. I'm going to write words that he'd know, right?
Yeah.
And that's what I'm going to do. So that's what I'm doing now. Words that he would.
Yeah.
Oh, sugar, that's an old one. Right.
Did he use any types of phrases to say hello or anything?
This is kind of one that I'm going to be. Hold on. Doing.
No, Mark, I ain't got no radio on here. Not yet. I don't know if Mike's has got anything on, a little bit quiet.
Nope. I switched it off. Oh, no, it's on. But it weren't noisy.
Yeah, sometimes even if it just gets switched on before you can hear the audible volume, it's really low. Maybe like the microphone on the camera was picking it up. Can you hear it now, Mark? Has it gone now? That radio noise, has it gone?
I'm trying to think. Right, I'll just do them few for now, and then.
Yeah, you only need a few. Just keywords. You never know if they'll come out on the spirit box.
Don't laugh at the first one. What you used to say.
Also gives them in chat, something to focus on. If they hear something that we miss, if they can see those keywords.
There you go. Let me put the chat back on. Not being rude, people. I was doing something.
Salubrious.
No, there's nothing on now. Salubrious. You used to go, oh, you're looking very salubrious today, darling.
All right.
We all used to laugh.
So we've got Colette, Sean, Deepdale in Limerick. Is that where he was from, Deepdale?
When he lived in Preston.
Yeah.
That was the main area he lived in.
Right.
Limerick is where he was from in Ireland.
Oh, right, okay. Well, they're interesting words. If anyone in the chat can hear any of those come through, then just pop it into the chat as reference.
Oh, God, cat? Really? Jesus. Best of in, innit? Cough. Not nice.
That sounds painful, that does.
Sarah gets rabbit orbs. Joanne. Just thought I'd say, rabbit orbs! Right, do you want to have a go now? And we'll see if we can get any of them.
Yeah.
I'm going to mute my mic.
Okie dokie.
Okie dokie.
Love it. Range on there.
Spirits. Can you verify you're here with me by saying here or on way?
West
Spirits, are you here with me now?
On average,
Spirits, have we got anybody here with you called Peter? Spirits, we're looking for a relative of Max, Mary Lou. His name is Peter. Have you got a Peter there with you? Spirits, can you say the name Peter? Said Mary then, Max. Did he ever call you Mary, Max? You know, instead of, and again he said Mary. And again. Three times here. Peter. Spirits. Can you say the word Peter? Can you say the name very clearly? This name here, written on this paper. Peter. Can you say that word very clearly? Yeah, there's loads of little P's and Peters in there, mate. But I've not heard it like really clear yet. Spirits, can you please say the word Peter? Can you say Peter for us? Peter. I don't know if you caught that one. Can you say it very clearly, Spirits? That was a lad Pete then, did you hear that? Hi there, Ray. Hi, Andy. Spirits, can you say this name here on this piece of paper? Can you say that name? Spirits, if Peter is here with us now, can you say the name of where he lived, where he came from? Spirits, Can you see very clearly if Peter had an attachment?
I'm big.
Spirits, does Peter have an attachment? Spirits, does Peter walk the earth, or is he from the abyss? Spirits, does his spirit walk the earth? Is Peter in the abyss? Spirits, who is with Peter? Hi there, Tony. Spirits, can you say the word deep, Dale? Spirits, can you say the word deep, Dale? Spirits, can you say the word limerick? Can you say limerick? Oh, that was a weird noise then. Can you say the word salubrious? Are there spirits here that know Peter? Spirits, is Owen with Peter? Mind you, I don't suppose he's passed over, has he, Max? Yeah. Spirits, can you Can you say the word Peter for me? Oh, it's 9/11 again, mate. Every time I look at the bloody watch, it's 9/11. Right, okay, Mags. If you want to have a chat about that, and then you can try. I said we'll have a waffle about that and have a catch up with chat, and then after, if you want to, you can go again on your 125.
Yeah.
Ask some more questions. Yeah, and then confer with chat again after, and then I'll probably do one with the 587.
Hello, Supernatural Lost Adventures. Hello. Yeah, I think I heard Limerick in there twice. I heard it say deep. I didn't hear it say Deepdale. Owen was his best mate. Owen Skevington, he was called. And I heard Owen a couple of times, once quite clearly.
Yeah, when you told me, when you was talking to me about Owen, there was that loud whisper came over Owen. I don't know if you caught that.
Yeah. Yeah, I put it in chat that it was his Owen, because I'd heard it and just said it was his best mate. Yeah, Owen's dead as well, so it stands to reason if they was with each other. But yeah, it didn't shut up saying Pete when he first asked. Yeah,
there was like lots of quiet, really clear Peters in there, but there was quiet.
Yeah,
they've probably come out better on.
They were quite clear with headphones.
They'll probably come through better on when it's gone back over after the stream when you review it.
Mm-hmm. And I'll tell you what it did. It was shouting cat a few times, but then Joanne made a comment and it went Joanne, and then Tony said something in chat and it went Tony. I was watching it, and because I was in the chat, and when they were commenting, it was saying the names.
All right, okay.
A weird one, a really weird one.
Hi, Charmy. I'm Yorad. Hi, Supernatural.
It was like they were shouting out people when they were like making a comment. It was crazy. Hi, Morad. Hi, Charms. How are you? Yeah, it was one of those really strange ones that Pete, it just wouldn't shut up saying Pete for whatever reason. But like I said, when it said Limerick, it was very broken. But I think it did say it, and I think it was trying to say Deepdale. So I heard Deep a couple of times, but I didn't hear Deepdale.
Yeah, I did hear Deep.
Somebody in chat heard it as well. So, you know. But honest to God, salubrious was his go-to word. Whenever we were out, if we went to a family function or something, it didn't just he didn't just say, "Oh, you look nice." He'd go, "You're looking very salubrious tonight, darling." And we'd all be like, "All right, Uncle Pete."
Did he have a broad Irish accent then? Yeah.
Yes, very. Yeah.
Be interesting if voices came over with a broad Irish accent.
Yeah. Yeah.
I did hear that opera man. He said Peter. He sung Peter. That opera man did.
Yeah. Yeah. They get like that. Them with opera though, you tend to, whenever you hear them, you tend to get good stuff. Yeah, I don't know whether you but just 1 second.
If that's for me, Mags, I'm not in.
I'm on a live stream, Chloe. I'm on a live stream.
Hi, Claire. Let's just have a quick listen to see what this.
Down the right.
Don't know. Yeah, try that. It might start with. Yeah.
A bit over.
Mm. Yeah. Wow, that was some noise. Sorry about that. Chloe's out and can't the air and she was asking me what I could
Jason, I've never heard that noise before.
do. No, it sounds like an alarm.
Just have a look.
Does sound like an alarm, doesn't it?
And then absolutely nothing on her phone.
Anyway, before Chloe rang,
Yeah.
before I come on, I sent you that message that said, "Are you nearly ready?" or whatever it were. I was sat here, and I had my tea plate next to me on a little table next to me, and you know how you hear that noise of metal on like pottery. I heard that,
Yeah.
and when I turned around, the knife was moving on the plate. I went, "What the bloody hell?" I just was watching, and then it was like split second after I turned around, you know, and it stopped. I was like, "Whoa, that was crazy." But maybe that's why. Maybe we've got some energy going, and that's why Pete was shouting it loud and proud on his thing.
Yeah, maybe. Right then.
Should I try with me? Do you know? Because I've used that one before. Okay.
Tuesday night.
Is Peter still around? Oh, I've got the opera woman. Did you hear the opera woman then? You had the man, I've got the woman. Could you tell me if Peter's still around, please? Say Peter. Hi, Claire. Spirits, could you tell me if Peter is still around? Just like rest in peace, Pete. There you go. Thank you. Could I ask you to try say some names if you're my relative, Peter? Can I ask you to try say some names for me? What's my brother called, Peter? The one who's still alive. What's my brother called?
So if you want.
Say something about stalking then. What's my brother called, Peter? See, that's the kind of thing that gets through. It says we hurt him and then it went beat the hell up. That's
Yeah.
the things I get when Peter comes through. Peter, what was your wife called, Peter? Pete passed it, said then. Peter, what was your wife called? I'm just reading the chat. Yeah, when Peter comes through on my box, it gets very dark. Max. See, that would lead me to believe, Glenn. Just let me turn this down. Hello. Now that's strange because he wasn't being negative to you. Whoever was. But it comes on mine, and I was just looking at chat, gets very negative. I wonder why. That's interesting to me because there was nothing negative that come through on your stream. On your.
Did he have a violent upbringing or anything like
that? I don't know, to be honest with you. I couldn't tell you. You were brought up in Ireland in 40s. There
were tough times then, though, Max.
Yeah. And of course, the English-Irish thing going on, you know. I don't know.
Yeah. But it's like brought up in the 40s. It's only like 3 years after the Second World War ended.
Yeah, but why would he do it to me and not to you? I mean, you were born in 39, maybe. I think you were around the same age as my dad. So, yeah. But why would it be negative when he comes on to when I do the session and not yours?
It could be that he's resentful of the family or something.
Maybe. I don't know.
You know, was there any animosity there between like...
All right, Andy.
Peter and your mother, father, and things like that?
No. Now his wife, my auntie, she fell out with a lot of family. But Peter never did. So, no.
Yeah, Joanne, you do get that impression, like when that name's come through before, you do get that impression that, there is something stopping him from talking and something speaks on his behalf. I don't know why, it just comes across that way.
Richard, yeah, maybe. I don't know, maybe he just thinks I'm a bit more of a soft touch, but I can't see that happening because I'm just really not. Even if he said those things to me when he were alive, he'd have been on the floor. Maybe. I'll turn this on again and see if we get anything. Right, is there any spirits here who can help us out with Peter?
Somebody else.
Could you help me out with Peter Spirit?
Maybe.
Yeah, Kat, he's in a lot of my sessions. If you look back through my sessions, there is a lot. David's my dad. Richard, he comes through. All right, Peter, can I ask you some questions directly? Please. That's how you talk. Okay. When you died, where did you live? That was an Irish accent then, but I didn't catch what it said. Where did you live, Peter?
We need
Not really much, to be honest.
and after you.
Okay, the spirits who are around, not Peter, but the spirits who are around. Is somebody else with Peter?
What? Many.
Many. Okay. So there's many people with Peter.
But if you're a student, so the show
The world for
John.
patient.
All right. Okay. So if there's many around Peter, are they good or are they bad?
Professionals. Do you mind?
If there's many around Peter, are they good or are they bad?
earlier.
I seem to want to answer that. Okay, spirits. So there's a lot of people around Peter, is there? Does Peter know the people around him? Does Peter know who's with him?
Oh, that the devil was good there.
Hold on. Sorry.
I said that
Exactly.
that there where it just says the devil. That was clear.
Which is kind of weird. But I've had that before when it's come through. I've had Satan and demons and, you know, the whole smorgasbord of it. But I'll ask there what Kat just said, actually. If Peter's around, could you tell me, is he happy? Is he sad? Not to say revisit. Is Peter happy or sad?
Oh wow! Did you hear that?
No.
He said something like, it was a woman's voice. She says, "Oh, we're supposed to be happy," and it was like quite a long sentence, like over like a few, you know, a good part of the suite.
Voice, like a bit forlorn. Was it a bit forlorn in the voice? You know, like, oh, we're supposed to be happy kind of voice.
Yeah. I heard every single word of it. I did. I don't know if anybody else heard it, but I certainly heard that.
Have you got your headphones in?
Of what?
Have you got headphones on?
No.
I didn't hear it, and I'm so next to it. I heard happy. I thought I heard happy, but
A few moments.
which is really interesting. But I'm trying to stick to Peter, you know. So I I don't really want to digress into that. Do you know what I mean? Although it's really interesting.
Let's read them on.
The spirit said that you're supposed to be happy. Could you tell me if Peter's happy? Not to say I doubt it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Album.
Okay, so why do you doubt it? Is there something wrong with Peter?
It's one of his
Yes. What's wrong with Peter? Can you tell me what's wrong with Peter? Call me a bitch. On that note, do you want to have a go, Glenn? We'll just talk about that and then you can have a go if you want.
Yeah, I was like, oh, that woman's voice, Peter heard it, it was low. When that woman said that, because you just said something, are you happy? And she's like, oh, she's, yeah, we're supposed to be happy. But it was like a really long, drawn-out sentence.
Because I didn't want to like digress and talk about what they're talking about, because they're not leading the session, we are. It was quite hard, although I wanted to like go into that a bit further. It was really hard not to do that then, because it was such a good thing to say, you know. But
yeah,
I didn't want to get dragged into it, you know.
Sometimes it's good. Sometimes it's good to stay focused, and you know, if the other spirits want to help and they want to hear the, you know, the voices to be heard, they'll like maybe like take a back seat or try and help the other spirit voices to you know, give answers in that.
That's also why I didn't. I try to lead the session and not follow it, because you just end up like narrating your own stuff if you do that kind of thing.
Well, yeah, you're just creating a false narrative.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've stated that a few times.
But it was quite interesting though, because I was trying to fit in that lady saying that, and that's why I said the lady who said it was supposed to be happy, is Peter happy? And then he went, doubt it.
Yeah, they also said that before that, I also were really clear. You asked Peter, was it where he was or where he, I can't remember exactly what he said now, but the reply come back really clear and loud. It said the afterlife.
Oh, right, okay. That's really cool.
Yeah, that was clear.
Yeah. So there is people around him, but, you know, I didn't get to whether they were good or bad. I didn't. But when I said, is the people around him, it said many, many. But you heard devil as well, didn't you, afterwards?
Yeah, it was clear. It said the devil.
Yeah, when I asked who he was with, it said the devil.
Yeah.
So, curious and curious.
Yeah.
Do you want to go now?
It's getting weirder, isn't it?
It is.
Spirits, is Peter here with us? Spirits, we're asking for Peter, Mary Lou Magda's relative. Can you tell us what his title was as a relative? Spirits, can you tell us what his title was as a relation? I'm looking for the word uncle. Spirits, can you say the word uncle? Spirits, is Peter with Owen? Spirits, if Owen is here, can you say the name Owen? Spirits, can you say the word Owen? Is Peter here with us? Can you say Peter very clearly? Spirits, can you say this word? Can you say that word on the paper? Can you say it clearly? Can you say this word here? Yeah, there's so many really quiet Peters buried in there that are standalone and they're really clear, separate. They're just so low on that real bottom level. Spirits, is Peter with Owen? Who is with Peter? Spirits, who is with Peter?
Glenn, just as an experiment, because Peter gets nasty with me, or whoever's with him gets nasty. Let me ask a question to your spirit box and see if we get anything.
Okay.
Just an experiment, you know.
Okay.
If Peter's around and is around Glenn, can you try to say the name Sean? Did you like what? Tell the lady.
Yeah, it also says end of the day, ding ding.
Could you try to say the name Sean, please?
Okay, Richard, you take care, pal. Thanks for joining the stream.
All right, Richard, thanks for popping in. I appreciate it.
Spirits, Meg says, can you say the name Sean?
Just said something about Claire Albert, I think.
Spirits, can you say the name Sean?
Second half, got it.
Oh, God, that was a bit weird.
Yeah. Spirits, can you say the names Sean or Owen or Peter?
Yeah, they're Sean.
I don't know, but there's some weird noises coming through.
Does that just say we're going to kill you?
Yeah, then he says, be dead, in a quiet woman's voice.
Evil.
Spirits, is there a dark person, entity with Peter? Spirits, where is Peter now?
Didn't say the other place something then.
No, that was by the post. I think that was a bit of football match pareidolia coming over.
I know we've got a back shot. I think it said Owen then.
Spirits, can you say the names Owen?
When you said, can you say it? Went, I just can't.
Again, laser. Welcome back, Tona. Spirits, can you say the names Sean or Colette in relation to Peter?
You say I'm dead then. I'm not dead.
Yeah. Yeah, it says I'm dead. Made me feel like getting up and doing a waltz, actually. Peter, if you're here with us. Peter, if you're here with us, can you say the name Mag? I said Preston then, but I think I was talking football.
That said
Spirit, can you ask Peter to say his name? Spirits, can you ask Peter to say his name?
I think it said it then, but quiet.
Spirits, try very hard to say the name Peter.
Wow, did that just say, Spirit, get away from me?
It sounded similar to that.
It did sound like it said that. It sounded like it went, Spirit, get away from me.
Was never really.
Spirit, say Peter, please. Yeah, I don't think, Mags, personally, I don't feel as though there's any like connection for me, if you understand what I mean.
You did on the Timex. It was shouting Pete out for fun and Owen on your Timex. I think.
Yeah, on the 587, it just feels flat on the 587.
Yeah, it sounded like it felt like the whole thing was down. It felt like the whole cycle had dropped on the 587.
Yeah, it was just devoid of. You get that feeling, like, you know, when you're getting replies in that, you just get that feeling that it's going well. But for me, like on that level, there's just nothing. I just don't feel it. Do you know what I mean? We'll try again on the Timex, and I'll hand it back to you.
That sounded like it said Max as soon as you turned it on then.
Spirits, if you're here with me now and truly real, can you say the name Peter?
That might say it then, but it was like Peter.
Peter, can you say, Spirits, can you ask Peter to say his name? Spirits, please say his name very clearly. Spirits, can you say Owen, who may be with Peter?
That's a really hard one. I will, Joanne.
Spirits, is somebody looking after Peter?
Pete, Pete, Pete. Did you hear that? Say it 3 times. Like, Pete, Pete, Pete.
Yeah.
Spirits, where is Peter? Peter, that was clear.
Yeah, it is.
That's the clearest I've heard his name yet. Spirits, where is Peter?
Just hold on, Glenn. That just said, tell me where you are.
See.
Pete.
Spirits, can you tell me where Peter is?
He's gone.
Spirits, is Peter with Owen?
That just said F off.
Spirits, verify you're here with me. Say my name, Glenn.
I think they've just got. They're not to play anymore, Glenn, to be honest.
Yeah, there's tiny bits in there that, you know, I can hear because I'm right next to radio. But there's very, very low down. That I'm just getting like key bits, but it's just not enough to say that
Did
then.
that say birthday? Did you say birthday, Pete?
No, it said honestly, Peter.
All right. Peter again then.
Spirits, is Peter here with us now?
That said, I'm often. I didn't hear what it said after it though.
Well,
Spirits, can you tell me who is with Peter?
Ask them to say a different name, because maybe they just peed off asking that. Ask them to say something else.
What, just a random name, you mean?
Yeah, just pick somebody in chat and just see.
Spirits, can you say the name Chris? Spirits, can you say the name Chris? Can you say the word Chris? Yeah, it's weird.
It seems to have dropped off, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does a little bit. Well, it does a lot actually from when I first started. When I first booted up with 587, that was crackling good. That was.
Yeah, it really was. It said it might think he had. No,
I wanted to diversify on the.
Sorry, Glenn, go on.
Yeah, I was saying I wanted to kind of like diversify and ask other questions, but I can't feel that, you know, that.
No, we'll have to do it
Connection
again.
that you get when
it's
you,
quite interesting. Because we
when
were
you feel
getting
as though
some
like there's something there.
Yeah, I do think there is, and I think because it. Do you know, it's one of those, isn't it? We're left with more questions than answers. When we said about, I mean, you were getting Pete for fun. I think it said Limerick. In fact, I'm pretty sure it said Limerick. I think it tried to say Deepdale on your Timex the first time round. Said Owen. Now, I never put Owen in there, but Owen Skevy and me Uncle Skevington, we call Owen Skevington, Owen Skevy and me Uncle Peter, best mates. So that was really interesting for me, because I literally did hear that, you know, and I knew that. So I know it's kind of hard for me to turn around and say, like, oh yeah, Owen Skevington was his best mate, because it's kind of coincident, but he really was. And then when I asked, is the people around him, it said many. But when I asked if they're good or bad, I mean, it didn't say anything. And then when I said, like, at first, and like when I asked him about the happy, and he said we're supposed to be happy. So, and then I asked again who was around Peter, and what did it say? Devil or something like that.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
It kind of makes me wonder if, I don't know. You see, that's another thing, isn't it? See, my mind's going into overdrive now. I don't know, could a negative entity, I'm not big on the demons or things like that, but could a negative spirit or whatever, could they hem him in and keep him pinned in so he couldn't voice his own things?
I think if he's in a bad place, probably, yeah. You know, but how would you ever know?
Right. Well, this is what we're trying to find out, isn't it? This is the interesting thing.
Yeah.
Because I've never come across this before. Because I think it could be my uncle, right? I do think it could be my uncle, but on the other side of that, is it the things he says isn't what he would say? Do you know what I mean?
I don't know. It's like, you know, like sometimes, like you look now, say like you acknowledge these, you know, these voices, you know, that can be quiet.
That's what I mean. It's one holding another captive. This is kind of what me and Glenn are kind of leaning towards, I think, as an explanation for this. Isn't it? That kind of thing. In it. I said in it. I commented that. I went in it.
Am I breaking up, Max?
Nah. No, you sound fine.
Yeah, for a moment there, you come through quite warbled for quite a while.
The cat's cleaning herself against the thing, right against where I've got my thing perched. So it might be my microphone jumping around as well, you see, because she's decided to clean herself there.
Yeah, so it sounded like a metallic warble.
Right. To be honest with you, I have watched a few of them, but I haven't seen that. Yeah, it has just been that. Oh, did you not do that when you did a live? You did a live once, Ivan, and were you not talking? I can't remember the name, but were you not talking about that when you did a live and you were annotating some stuff, but you were talking about that, I think. I could be wrong. Yeah. It's a strange thing to happen, that, though, isn't it? If that happens, it's not like a commonplace thing, is it?
What's that?
Where one spirit would take charge over another, or control another?
It depends, like where they are. Like I say, it depends what environment is in. If it's in a bad place, you know, there could be all sorts of other, you know, bad spirits and, you know, attach themselves. You know, I don't know. He don't seem to be the type of guy that would yield, you know, bend the knee lightly to anyone anyway.
No. Acceptable to live influenced by a darker spirit, as in life where different people get affected differently. I understand what you're saying, Claire. Yeah, maybe it's a personality thing. I don't know. Maybe it's a how we were in life thing. Maybe if we haven't led the purest of lives, which means a lot of us are beggared, then maybe that could happen. I don't know.
You see, it might not even be Peter, Max. You know, what I was saying before was, like, you acknowledge, like during your sessions, some of these, you know, quite nasty spirits.
Mm-hmm.
You know, one of them.
They're there, aren't they? I have cut back on doing it a bit because they literally lived out a sex scene on one of my. There was no way I could annotate what they were doing, the noises that they were coming out with, the things they said. They said about, you know, giving me a good time, and then started like making sexual noises. I mean, what am I going to do? I can't annotate that, you know. This is when Peter's around. This is what I get, things like that.
Yeah, you know, with you acknowledging those, you know, those voices that do talk back to you in quite a nasty way sometimes. You know, one might have just cottoned onto that, you know, and just making out he's Peter because for whatever reason.
Yeah, maybe. They were ruining an hour in Joanne. They were having a real good time. But the thing is, though, right, I haven't been, if you've watched the last sessions I've done, I've not really entertained it like I used to, purely and simply because it was literally getting out of hand. Do you know what I mean? It was getting like beyond a joke, the things that were coming out. And so I've kind of been cutting myself off, you know, from that sort of thing.
Yeah, don't stop them from trying, though.
No.
You know, it's all right. That's Alpha knocking stuff over. Yeah, you know, it could be a spirit that's, you know, trying to fool you. You don't know. You never know.
Well, this is the thing. I know they've outright lied to me on stuff. Right. And I think they do try to get away with it. And I mean, I've pulled them up on stuff when they've said stuff to me and I've heard it when I've been doing the session and I pull them up and they laugh. You know, so they do try to get one over on you sometimes. Yeah,
they do mock you. Let me keep talking, Maz. I'm just going to sort this bloody little monster out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I have nothing to do. You see, I don't pretend to know, Ivan, anything about releasing spirits or anything like that. I just don't. I mean, when I start my sessions and when I close my sessions, I suppose you could call it it's a ritual to me, I suppose, but it's just something I do whenever I do open a session and close a session. I picture a light and a door, and when I'm opening my sessions and I picture the light and I picture the door open, it's kind of inviting them to come and talk to me while that door's open. And then when I close my sessions, I picture closing the light, going back through the door, and me closing the door. As I'm saying, you need to go back, you know, because when I end a session, I'll say, you need to go back, you need to step back to where you were before I started to communicate with you. I appreciate you stepping forward, but you must step back. And as I'm doing that, whether I'm doing it verbally out loud or just thinking it, that's what I do. And I pushed the light back through the door and I shut the door. Night, Tony, my friend. Thank you very much for coming. I appreciate you coming, and you know I do. And I've been very good tonight, and so have you. So yay, us! Yeah, it's very strange. It is. I suppose people would call it a ritual. I don't call it a ritual. It's just something I do because it helps me focus. But going back to what Yvonne said, I don't try to help them. If they ask to help, I'll say, how can I help you? Because I don't know what the spirituality side of it, of sending them back, or you know, and I'll just, what I have said when I mean, I just had the radio on one day and I wasn't even filming, and I was just literally messing around with my radio, and I was manually messing, and I was messing with this. I was just sat here and just doing it, and it was like, help, 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 help. And I said, well, you know, how can I help? And what I did do was ask the other spirits who were around, because whoever were asking for help, I were asking them if they could help, you know. So I've done that and just said, can you help him? You know, if you can help him, will you help him? That sort of thing. But I don't know that I'm doing anything like spiritual wise. I wouldn't even attempt it. Where are you meeting up? Wine and snacks. Foot wine. No. So whoever's left in chat, what did you think tonight of the session? Did you feel anything? Did you hear the things that me and Glenn thought we were hearing? Did you think we connected with Peter or not? You see, you know this, Ivan, I don't like it. I don't think we need rituals. I think we need intent. I suppose people would say that's a kind of power in of itself. I'm all about intent. I'm not spiritual or anything like that. I believe it's intent. But each to their own, do you know what I mean? Oh, see, Joanna, don't do queuing. I'd be one of those people, me tapping that shoulder for the person in front of me. Excuse me, can I come in front of you? Excuse me, can I come in front of you? I do believe that people should do what is comfortable for them, and I kind of, this is the way I look at the paranormal, and this is why, although I can be set in the way that I choose to do my communication, that doesn't mean that's for everybody. I do believe that everybody should do and communicate with the spirits however makes them feel comfortable, because I don't think you should go into this feeling anything other than comfortable, because at the end of the day we are dealing with the afterlife, or so we assume, you know, we are dealing with spirits or ghosts, however you choose to look at it. So to me, I think we have to go into it feeling comfortable. So however you feel comfortable approaching it, whether it's through religion or spirituality or however you choose to do it, then that's how you should do it. And
yeah,
that's the way I've always looked at it. Hello.
Yeah, it's a personal journey, isn't it? The way you look at it yourself.
That's how I mean, if you're not comfortable doing it, then you shouldn't be doing it, for one.
No.
You need to do it. You shouldn't copy other people. You should go into it doing it how you feel powerful. I know I don't use that word in like, you know, a macho man kind of thing. However you feel powerful enough to do it, because it's not for the light-hearted, you know, or the faint-hearted, as they say. It's something that you should feel comfortable doing, and within that comfort you find a strength, and that's how you should do it. Whatever makes you feel comfortable, find your strength in that, or your intent, or your spirituality, whatever it is that makes you comfortable, do it like that.
Yeah, that's the best way forward. I think you know, you've got to take it upon yourself to know, like, your strengths in it as well.
Well, this is the thing. I mean, although I'm always interested in what other people do and how they approach it, I'm quite set in my ways in how I approach it. But that doesn't mean I'm right. And it never will. I'm never going to turn around and say I'm right doing it the way I do it. Because
Well, no one can ever say any methodology is the right way, Max, because we just don't know, do we?
No, we really don't. And it's one of those things. This is why I said, you know, Ivan does rituals and things like that. And I do want him to do my runes at some point, because I had my runes done. Oh, God. I'll tell you how long ago it was. 20 odd years ago. And this woman was bang on when she did them. When she did the runes on me, she was bang on. And I mean, bang on to the point where she said to me, now, I kid you not, she said, I'm going to have another child. I only had 2 at the time. And she said, but it's not going to be for a long while. And it was nearly, and our Alex was only a baby in the pram. And it was 8 years later. But she said it could even be 10 years later. And it was 8 years later. And she even told me I was going to have a girl. And she did that with the runes.
Do you think that was a good guess, Mags, and the girl or boy was 50-50? I'm really sceptical about, you know.
No, but it was one of those things. I had no intentions. In fact, they told me after I had our Alex, I had a lot of complications. And I mean a lot of complications, to the point where before I had Chloe, I was booked in to have a hysterectomy because I had that many complications. And I was in a bad way, and you know, I had operation after operation after operation, and they told me the chances of me ever getting pregnant again was like next to 0, and you know, all this stuff. So I was kind of like, all right, that sort of thing. But I did. So kind of I went against like the medical thing, because they said I probably would never get pregnant again because of all the like damage inside and that. And you know, Chloe's here. So, you know, it's just one. And I'll tell you what else she said, and this is true. And none of you know this. So, for this woman to know this was very strange, right? This woman who I wasn't going to see this woman. Like, I was just dropping my mum off at a cousin's who was having this, you know, reading session. And I dropped my mum off, and I was like gone in for a brew to wait for it. They're all, go in and get it done. Go on, go in and get it done. So I was like, oh, all right then. So I just went in. Now I had no wedding ring on. I had nothing on.
But you can see where a wedding ring's been, though, can't you?
Oh no, because it had not been on for a good long while. So no. And she said to me, she said, you're married? She said, I can see the circle. She said, so you're going to be married for a long time. I'm separated from my husband at this time for a good long while, right? And I'm like, yeah, all right, whatever. Right, and I'm just sat there nodding my head. Do you know what I mean? I'm like, oh, okay, whatever. She went, I can see the circle and it isn't broken. She said, so you are going to be together a long time. I've been with Rob 10 years and I'm still not divorced, right? We just separated, me and my ex.
Oh, I thought you and Rob just lived in sin, Max.
Well, we do, really. I live in more sin because I am actually still married to somebody else. But I haven't been married to him for 20. I haven't seen him in nearly 20 years. So, you know, it's kind of one of those things. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
So it's like she knew this, even though I wasn't with him at the time, I've never divorced him. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or him. And she said this. She said, I can't see an end to the circle.
There weren't UFOs.
That was pretty cool.
Yeah. They reckon I was looking at UFOs.
Now, how would she know that? Because most people separate from the other half and get divorced straight away, don't they, more or less? 20 odd years later, I'm still not.
Yeah. Marriage isn't what it used to be. It doesn't mean what it used to many years ago.
No.
I don't think people. Well, I don't think the majority of people get married for love.
Do you not? That's a bit sceptical of you.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just one of them worlds now, isn't it, where it's just everyone for themselves and what they can get.
Yeah, my marriage was the kind where we don't see each other, Chris. I was only married to him for 6 months.
I've known women just to get married, just to, get to somebody rich that's, they get a divorce and they get half of the estate. I know a girl that, well, she's a woman now, but I know a woman now that does that or did that. She did it 3 or 4 times. She's made now. She's absolutely loaded.
See, I couldn't do that. I couldn't. I'm not saying there isn't women out there who could behave like that. I'm just not one of them. I couldn't do it because I'm not a people person. So if I have to be with somebody, say of getting done for murder, I have to actually like them,
Yeah.
So, plus I'm not a mercenary person in any way, shape, or form. I'm not. I'm happy me, and I'm content if I have a roof over my head, food on the table, and people I love around me. I'm a happy person then. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, you're from a different generation though, aren't you, Meg? Same as me. The things that you believe in, you've got,
maybe.
There's a lot of morals behind it.
Joanne, can I just say, he's going to be in for a short, sharp shock if he's never divorced me because he wants to get assets when I've croaked it. Because I've got feck all. I tell you what, you can have half of it, half of nothing. It's all it. And I'm sure my kids would argue the fact anyway, even if I did have. No, but it is strange.
Are you married, Joanne?
I think she's Joanne. She's got another half anyway.
Are you married, Joanne? How long have you been married for, hon? You don't have to answer that if it's a personal question.
I think I've done marriage better than anybody else. I've been married I got married in 1994. How long does that make me married?
A long
25. So really, I've had a really good long marriage, and the secret to my marriage is never seen him for 20 odd years.
Well, there you go, look.
It worked out marvellous for me.
Yeah, like Joanne, look, 19 years, she's doing well.
Yeah.
I think she's past.
Longer.
I think she's past a bit now. She's past that hurdle where if she were going to separate, it would have already happened. But she seems happy. 19 years is a long time.
Yeah.
Your fella Joanne's thinking you don't get that for murder.
Well, so you should, Joanne. You have to live with him, spend his money. Me and Rob are both in the same boat. We both have beggar rolls, so it doesn't really matter.
That's because you don't like your programs, Joanne. He's not into Coronation Street in EastEnders, Emmerdale. He'd rather be watching Top Gear on the other side. He would.
So me and Rob sat here the other night, right, and I'm still trying to convince him to come on and do it a live with me. And I'm like, you don't have to be on camera and nothing like that. You know, I'm trying to. So we sat here and we had a talk about what I do, and he knows what I do, but you know, like in depth. And we spoke for like an hour and a half, and I went, that could have been the bloody live stream. Why are we sat here just talking about this?
What was your topic of conversation?
Pardon?
What was your topic of conversation?
How skeptical he is.
Ah.
And because he's such a skeptic, he's not skeptical, he is a skeptic. He does not have a bone in his body that believes in the afterlife. He doesn't believe in God, so he's an atheist, and he doesn't believe in the paranormal in any way, shape, or form at all. It's like full stop, stamp it, we're done, right?
Yeah, he's got to have his own experience, hasn't he?
But he does. He has it all the time in his house, but he will not put a supernatural or paranormal or any kind of label on it. He explains it away as other things.
Oh, yeah, that's good. That's a good thing.
He has sat here with me, Glenn, on I don't know how many occasions, and listened in the next room like there's a party going off in it when we know there's nobody in the house, only us. And he's sat there and he's listened to it over the years, but yet he will not admit it's anything paranormal. He got woke up by bangs and knocks, and it was like, I mean, I'm not talking quiet bangs and knocks. I'm talking they were reverberating from the walls, bangs and knocks. The floor was reverberating. I started asking questions and they was like replying. And they moved around the room and like up here. They moved across here now, across my skylight. They can't do that because there's a gap there, but they did it. You know, if it was an animal or anything like that. And he still would. He said it's a mouse. I said, oh, they're wearing hobnail boots. Do you know what I mean? It was reverberating. It was the biggest fecking mouse, squirrel, or whatever it was ever. Because, you know, unless I had a panda bear stuck in my bloody attic that could get through the floor, down the walls and through the floor, it wasn't an animal. Because when I say it was reverberating, the walls and the floor were shaking. And he still wouldn't admit it was anything paranormal. And it, to the point, right, when I woke up and I was like, he'd been awake for a bit, and then I woke up because he nudged me, and I went, what? He went, bloody banging, Mary Lou. He said it won't stop. It woke me up. It was boom, 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 and it's still doing it. And I'm like, I've got my head up floor. I'm listening up the walls, but he wouldn't have it. I'm out when it sounded like it was above my head. I had my head stuck out my skylight and I'm looking on the roof. There's nothing there. Because he said it must be a bird. And I'm like, Jesus Christ, what kind of bald eagle up there having a bloody rave or something? Because it was reverberating. It was, but no, he would not admit it was something. He does not and will not admit in any way, shape or form anything paranormal. Ever.
Yeah, he's got to see it to believe it, and I can't blame him for that. But you know, one time, sooner or later, he will have his own experience that he just cannot explain, and you know that's when.
But he's with me, Glenn, and he's seen things fly across the room, and he still won't admit it. I'm saying things that a normal person. You see, this is why I want to do an interview with him, because skeptics, and he is a skeptic, and is totally open about being a skeptic towards anything. And this is the thing. I believe they close themselves off to possibilities when they're a skeptic, right? Now, he has sat here and watched things fly across the room, Glenn, and he still says he'll come up with a natural explanation to it. Do you know what I mean? And he's seen it with his own eyes, but he will not. I mean, I say this and people must think, God, it must be weird for her because she believes in the paranormal and everything. But it's not, because he supports me in doing my channel, which is all I can ask of him at the end of the day. And
Hi,
we
Randy.
don't get over it.
Yeah. Hi, Randy's Paranormal.
Hi, Randy. How are you? I've not seen you for a while. But it was like a little mouth with clogs on going. But that's the thing, Glenn. He had no, I suppose, seen it. Maybe I've seen apparitions and things like that, and he hasn't. So maybe the point, I don't know if he actually seen.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. He's got to have his own experience, hasn't he?
Yeah, but I mean, he has had experiences, but he won't admit their experiences. Do you understand what I mean? He's seen things he's heard. I mean,
but I do know where he's coming from. You know, you can't. Yeah, I do know where he's coming from. You know, you can. You know, I've been in situations before where I've heard, you know, noises, and you know, it's the same, virtually the same situation as you're saying with Rob, and you know, I'm just trying to debunk it all the time. You know, one thing I wouldn't say is always it's a spirit.
No, which you see, this is the thing. I'm skeptical. This is why I don't investigate my house, because I've kind of got to deal with my spirits, because when I piss them off, they act up, right? So I try not to piss them off. And they do act up. When I do something they don't like, then I have like a few days of, you know, things flying and moving around and, you know, things like that. And when I first got into the paranormal, to the point where I was considering doing something, and you know, I was going in more. I'm sorry, just reading chat. When I was going in on TikToks, when I was going in more paranormal things, and I started joining like Truth Seekers as it was at the time, and you know, watching more paranormal things, and I was considering trying maybe, you know, doing something, because I had so many experiences in this house. I kind of like struck a deal with my spirits when I first got my spirit box, my PSB7. And I just said, you know, you don't have to participate if you don't want to. You know, I mean, it's totally up to you. I'm never going to force the issue with them or anything like that. Because, like, when I've tried to take photos and things like that, crap starts happening, and I don't want to live in a house like that. They do enough, like, up and down stairs at stupid o'clock, and sounds like me phone. When they get to a point where it's annoying me, and I'm like, right, that's a blood enough, you know, we have another word, and it calms down. So I think we coexist in this house with the spirits. We don't, and I don't ever want to upset the balance, because I don't want, like, you know, like head spinning and, you know, like Exorcist, your mother's upset, hens in hell, you know, that kind of thing going on. So I don't push the issue in the house.
So when you're having that interview with him, then, Max?
Well, he keeps saying, oh, but I don't, you know, I'm trying to convince him, and he's like, oh, and I'm like, come on, do it with me. And he's like, he thinks it's going to hurt my channel. Oh, is Claire going? Night, Claire, darling.
Bye,
sorry,
Claire.
I haven't been chatting tonight. We like I said, we were focused on session tonight, so we didn't really mean to ignore the chat, but we were both really focused on doing this session. Yeah, it's fun rambling, isn't it? It's like he thinks it's going to harm my channel if he comes on and starts, because he's very scientific about it. And I'm like, although I like my scientific side of it, I'm a believer, but he thinks it might hurt my channel. And I said to him, I said, well, how can I turn around? You see, my channel and even my Facebook group, I'm open to people coming in and having an opinion, as long as they're not rude and aren't insulting, and don't try to belittle people. I'm open to everybody having their own opinion. And I said to him, how can I be a paranormal channel that's open to people's beliefs, even though I'm quite skeptical and I'm quite steadfast in what I believe and what I think? I try to be open. I said, but how can I do that if I don't have the other side of it as well? I said, so me being open is just to other people's beliefs. And, you know, I said, that's not right. I said, I need to have somebody on who's opposing it. Do you understand what I mean? I want to be that channel line that's open, but I'm open to every side of it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
I don't mind having a skeptic on my channel because I believe that we can learn from everybody. Do you understand what I mean? I don't believe that nobody has a voice. I think we should all have a voice, and we should all learn, even if it's from a skeptic. I believe we should all learn. You know?
Yeah, Joanne says, have the spirits of your house ever come through your spirit box?
No, never once. I've got a woman in a wedding dress.
Do you know the names of those spirits in your house?
I know Dottie because she's a child spirit, but she hasn't been around for a long time since me and Chloe led her out to say she could go to her family. No, the names that come through my spirit box are my family, family names. But I've got there's a bloke, who's quite salt of the earth kind of looking bloke. You know, he didn't have any money. Things that I've seen. I've got a woman in a wedding dress. I've got a child here that isn't Dottie. It's a little boy. And no, and I don't know the names because I've never asked. And this is the thing. And I don't want to, because if they move things in my house all the time and they do things in my house all the time. So if they came through my spirit box, I'm sure they'd back it up with doing something else. Do you know what I mean as well? So I would have known the names by now, but they're not happy they're not happy when I talk to them. They're not happy they're quite happy going around doing the thing. And if when I have tried, not investigate per se, but to ask questions of them, crap starts happening, and then I'm up all bloody night listening to them slamming doors and up and down the bloody stairs and things like that. And I don't want to live in that house. Do you know what I mean? It's a family house. We have a baby in here and everything, so I don't want to live in that house. And I've always had kids here anyway. My kids grew up here mainly, so I don't want to live in the house that like the doors are slamming and blah. So, oh, don't shit.
Hello? Max, what happened? Oh my, what's happened here, guys? Is it a spirit? Is it the cat? Hello, Max? Actually, to me, it actually sounded like a crackle of electricity before she went. I think the last words was, oh, the cat shut the laptop down. Oh, well, while Max is dealing with that, then might as well have a bit of a spirit box session, haven't we? Let's try the 587 again. Spirits, are you here with me? Spirits, are you here with me? Speak. Was that aimed at me, spirits? Can you hear my voice? Can you hear my voice, spirit? Murder. How many spirits are here with me in this room I'm sitting in now? Hi, D-Mac. How many spirits are in this room with me?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you, mate.
Bloody cat jumped on my laptop.
Looks like she's back again.
Oh, she's a nightmare.
America.
Oh, Erica.
Spirits, are you here with me? Only one? Only one spirit? Dwayne? Oh, that was a full sentence then. There was like all different voices. Spirits, can you hear my voice? Can you hear my voice? If you're here in this room now, can you move something for me? Can you move the spirit box?
It just said maggot.
Is that right, Joanne? Oh, so and so. Spirits.
Look, she's next to my laptop again. Look at her. What she did is she come running through the door, jumped up on the bed, and jumped at the back of the bloody laptop. But I'll just lie here next to it, and I'm doing nothing.
I lost my train of thought now because you cut over me.
Sorry, darling.
Well, I'm going to call it a night anyway, mate, 'cause it's been a good long while since we've been on here. What is it? Over 2 hours.
It has. No, it's Hallie. I don't know where Sky is. It's Hallie, this one. Hallie, when she wants love, demands loving. And there's no ifs, ands, buts, and maybes. Hallie's the all black one. Sky's the like tuxedo one. But when she's been, I don't know why, for some reason today, Hallie has been here with me all day. She never usually is. And it's like, you will love me, pay attention to me. I want to be next to you. She was literally nose to nose. I had a nap this afternoon and I woke up and her nose was touching my nose.
Do crazy things like that.
Yeah, I do appreciate you all staying this this long tonight. But I mean, I find it interesting though, Glenn. I really do find this Peter phenomenon kind of interesting. It's a new one on me, to be honest. So I find it really interesting.
Well, we'll have to try for a third time at some point, Mike, to see if we can get any more information.
Yeah. What we should do is, and we can both put it out on our channels, do like a private one. Do it either on Unlisten, just me and you, or just do a recording of just me and you doing it, and you know, in private, and see if we get anything in private, and then we could annotate it, and then stick it out and see if we get anything when it's just us doing it.
Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah.
You know, as well.
You never know.
Yeah, because I do think sometimes spirits want to talk to whoever's in chat as well. You know, maybe they know whoever's in chat, and that's why they've come forward. Because I do believe they know where whoever they're associated with are going and what they're doing. So it makes it interesting for me. Because, like, how often do we hear people's in chat's names called out? I mean, tonight they were literally doing it in order, whoever commented at one point. So I think sometimes we get people, because we were trying to do a focus session, I think sometimes when you're live, it can kind of take away from that, because, hello Anonymous, how are you? It kind of takes away from that. Do you know what I mean? Because they're trying to talk to whoever's in chat, so we're getting their names called out as well.
Yeah, that's true.
Although it's interesting trying to do a focus session live, that's really interesting. But I do think sometimes, because and quite right too, they're entitled to come forward and try to contact their loved ones, you know. But I think it kind of takes it away sometimes, you know.
Yeah, you know, maybe these voices, whatever they are, they just don't like being. I don't know. They're very, you know, shortcoming with what they're going to tell us anyway. So, you know, when they're put under the spotlight, maybe that's why sometimes they don't talk to us. You know.
I think that, and I do believe this. Have you ever noticed when you're talking about heaven or hell, or they get very tight-lipped, don't they?
Yeah, it's almost as though like a gatekeeper comes in and just shuts them down.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I've had gatekeeper come over my spirit box before today, and when I was investigating that kind of side of it, when it was something that I kept getting the four, and it was always the four, and I had it in so many sessions and mentioning the four when I was trying to, you know, when I was trying to say, does somebody rule the abyss? Who rules the abyss? You know, and I was asking questions like that, and it was always the four, and that I found that really interesting, because and it came through so many times, Glenn, just mentioning the four, and I stopped asking after a bit, because I couldn't get any more out of them. Do you know what I mean? They wouldn't, you know, it was like, I think I asked them at one point, are you the four horsemen of the apocalypse? And they said, yeah, but I mean, sometimes they do that crap just for, you know, shits and giggles, don't they, you know? But but it was like the four. When I was asking about it, you know, like a hierarchy system and a system of power and things like that. Because obviously I tried to ask these questions and it was always the four, but I could never get anything else out of them over it. So obviously I moved on to other things by then. Hello, Diabolical Witness. How are you?
DW was in here earlier, I think, wasn't it?
Anonymous, we've had them on for like, the spirit box is on for like an hour and a half tonight. We've turned them off now. You'll have to pop in earlier.
Well, anyway, Max, in saying that, I'm going to shoot, hon.
Yeah, me too, darling. Anyway, so I'm going to say hi. Thanks to everybody in chat anyway. Bless Claire's back. Claire, we're just going. 4 watchtowers. Northeast. Yeah, well, I looked into that, because I looked into the shamanic side of it. Especially the Native Americans actually do the northeast, southwest, and we could do it as well. And I did actually look into that at the time, Ivan. I looked into it because I asked them about that as well. Because I'm not daft to do my research. I might come across as a joker and a messer around, but I do my research, and I actually looked into that side of it. But they wouldn't elaborate. Anyway, that's for another time. So Claire, Ivan, Chris, Mark, Diabolical Witness, Anonymous, thank you. And I'm sorry you came in late. Joanne, and everybody else who's been on tonight, because there was quite a few on earlier, weren't there? Me and Glenn really do. I mean, he'll speak for himself in a minute. I don't mean to just like, you know, speak for him, but we both do really appreciate you coming in. And I know we didn't really address chat a lot tonight, but I literally did say in the thing it was a focus session. We were really trying to get some answers from Peter or about Peter. And Ivan, I will talk to you a bit more about that because I'm interested and you might be able to give me some more things and how to address it. But anyway, that's better by. But yeah, I really do appreciate each and every one of you. So thank you. Do you want to say something, Glenn?
Yeah, just good night. Thank you for joining the stream. It's always appreciated.
Is that it? That was short and sweet.
Yeah. Well, I said most of it before you started talking, and then I just finished off what I was going to say.
Boom, boom, boom.
Yeah, but yeah, it's been interesting. Like you say, this name Peter that keeps coming through. It's quite intriguing, really.
Yeah, I think we ended up with a few more questions as well tonight, which isn't always bad because then it gives us another route to go down. Because I do think when I was doing my part, is a spirit there with me? It said many, and then it said, and I said who's it? It said evil. So I think that's kind of give us another route to go down.
Yeah.
To maybe look at. I mean, they couldn't shut up saying Peter. And you, honest to God, if you listen back to this, I'm going to leave it up then anyway. So if you want to download it, if you listen back to your first session with headphones, like the first time you did it, you'll be like gobsmacked the amount of times it said Peter.
Yeah, I'll definitely download it, Max.
You really will. Right, anyway, I'm going to go, everybody, and like I said, we both really, really appreciate it, and I know we didn't really talk to chat a lot tonight, but we were focused on doing that because we're trying to get some answers. But we might do this again live, otherwise we might try to sort out at some point, just us doing a video together of it. But yeah, I appreciate each and every one of you. You've all been stars, and thank you very much, and take care, everybody. Bye.
Bye, guys. Take care.